Hi, I'm Fred Kowal, President of United University Professions. And the first thing that I'd like to say is Happy Labor Day. This is our holiday. We labor, we work, and the work that we do serves the people of the state of New York and indeed the nation and the world. We really are fortunate to be able to do the work that we do, whether we're working at SUNY hospitals and healing and research and doing the work of research at all of the campuses where we work, and then, more than anything else, educating the next generation of those who are going to be running our nation and our world. You know, I don't think there's been a time in my life where Labor Day means more than it does right now. Labor unions and working people are under assault, and you know, it didn't start on January 20th of this year when Donald Trump became president. In fact, labor unions and workers have been under siege for quite some time, and sometimes it hasn't mattered who was president of the United States or governor of New York or what party they were from. There has been this consistent attack on those of us who work, specifically in the public sector. And you know, it's always appalled me. You know, I grew up in the 60s and 70s. In those days, to be a public servant was a vocation, was the best thing you could do in a society. I still feel that way. And it really pains me to see the attacks on public sector workers. But let's be clear. Let's be honest with ourselves. Never has there been an attack on working people or on unions or on the working class, and specifically the public sector, anywhere near as bad as what's happened in the past 8 months since Donald Trump became president. And this isn't about Trump. This is about the policies that are being put in place. Massive tax cuts going to the wealthiest of Americans, while the rest of us struggle to get by as prices continue to rise. And it's only going to get worse thanks to the import taxes being put on. We call those tariffs. They're import taxes that we have to pay for. But you know, one of the things that's vitally important for us to remember is that we're going into bargaining right now, contract negotiations. The power we have individually, but most importantly when we're united, that's what we celebrate on Labor Day. And we're going into our contract negotiations unified to do what unions must do, and that is collectively bargain for the best benefits, salaries, and protections we can get. And we're going to do that. But let's remember one other thing that's important on this Labor Day. Our democracy is under assault. There's no question about it. You can't deny it. And because of that, unions become crucial. From Chile to Eastern European nations like Poland, it was the workers uniting that brought about the end to authoritarian regimes in those countries. As the authoritarian regime in Washington, D.C. grows in power, those of us in unions have the power to demand that democracy be protected. Those of us in higher ed, well, the calling for us is even higher, because we testify to the truth as we discover it. That's what makes us different as working people. And so we got to defend the work that we do. We have to defend each other's work and the principles we believe in, whether it's collective bargaining or freedom of thought or freedom of speech. We stand strong together this Labor Day for the sake of our democracy, for the sake of our union, for the sake of our sacred work, our vocation. Thanks very much. Have a wonderful holiday. Please go to one of the parades that are taking place. Show your solidarity. But for now, thank you for the work that you do. And thank you for being part of the greatest union in America. Take care.